to the author of landscapes, designer of sunsets. My figure is handmade, a value not determined by the various brand names that I happen to have on. It's truth that you can't change. I was shaped in the womb by him, an archetype that he was carving out. Before the hospital bed laid the back of my mama down, and nurses gathered around in preparation for birth. Before she captured a glimpse of my face in that ultrasound, before she took a pregnancy test, before her first prenatal visit to check the heartbeat on my chest, before the night I was conceived, Elohim, the creator and maker of all things, produced and planted a seed which he cultivated and molded all for his purposes. As innovation, display of marvelous workmanship. Before baby shower guests left to purchase gifts to give for me later on, all the furnishings, high chairs, a bassinet with the new clothing, baby bottles, a car seat with a coat for me to stay warm, along with the car seat. Each event was overseen by the same God that can part seas, yeah. Before either parent held me for the first time, before music or my first rhyme, bro, I was predestined. A 6-pound, 7-ounce life that he breathed breath in that grand hospital. Natural birth, no C-section. December 28th, 1990, this world made room for my mother's received blessing. A healthy newborn, as she would later teach lessons about the Savior I now worship with deep reverence. Nobody greater, I found purpose. I see the evidence in both the Old and New Testament. I don't question it, nah. Before the days of reduced lunches and free breakfast and skipping class to listen to rap songs, who knew that later on that this would lead to my first session? Second guessing my mind, it told me to wait for it, yeah. Juanita called in the schedule and set the date for it, cause she could see before I did that I was made for it. So she gave the push that I needed to set the stage for it. Before I knew who I was destined to become, before depression that led me to question who I was, before my insecurities developed, which would lead to my damaged self-esteem, you called me to be your son, yeah. Before I cared about opinions or their validation, before my grandfather told me I would change the nation and rise above every problem I'll be sure to facing. This lifetime I come against the many lies of Satan. One being is not a reason for your life, you precious in his sight, each moment was documented. These trials take a toll, yeah I know, but you gotta fight. No weapon formed against me could cancel or stop the mission, nah. Before I knew I lacked faith and was afraid to fail, before they pinned your arms back for you to take the nails, before I knew that I was lost, Lord, you made a trail to lead me back to your heart, yeah, your love prevailed. This for that young girl who don't believe her life is special, that suburban teen that's writing a suicide letter. I pray you see what God sees and you gon' find treasure. His love is real, I promise you'll never find better. For you form my inward parts, you knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, my soul knows it well.
This one for my day ones who left me hanging on day 2. Still I can't complain, the same thing happened to Jesus. They shoot, take shots, love covered, I'm hate proof. Breaks loose, can't stop, break loose, chains pop. Get saved, change pops, new walk, remain hot. Lukewarm, remain not. If you flip-flop, doing dirt, you get stained socks. Walk covered, God is above it. Whenever rain drops, picture that frame crop. For that fame, not chasing the spot, but you can spotlight. That's what I'm running for, guess I'm chasing the spot, right? Stoplight, that's a no-go. You can see what God is doing, yeah, that's a GoPro. Faith in action, no favor lacking. When rapping, I'm matching the Savior's passion, relaying. Talking the same as the caption, see what I'm saying? Do it like it's for TV, when nobody watch. That's even after the lights, curtains close, and beats stop. If God would have forsaken me, I wouldn't have ever had the strength to make it out of my hell. If God hadn't awakened me, I wouldn't have ever seen that my greatest hope was myself. G.O.D. made me me. G.O.D. made me me. G.O.D. made me me. If God would have forsaken me, I wouldn't be me. This one for my day ones that left me hanging on day 2. Still I can't complain, cause that pain brought me my breakthrough. Shielding me from the hateful, God told me to make do with the script that he gave and died to give me a take 2. Acting like I ain't wanna play my part in his story. My pain for his glory, my life is his glory. Cause it tells you he's the father and author. When all the scoffers would offer a bunch of labels, he told me that I was able. Set a plate on a table with the seat for them to watch me eat. Discord zone to watch me read blessings. Teach him like a professor, professing and preach lessons, confessing this message. Lecturing lectures in 3 sections, Adam's fall. Jesus died for us all, and resurrection we're called. With imperfection so flawed, and in depression withdrawn to insurrection with walls. Built with complexion, get stalled by intersections withdrawn. In his direction, no rejection.
Through your identification with Jesus Christ, he can destroy the death that's killing you and suck up the life that he wants you to have, which is why Paul said, I can be crucified with Christ. Nevertheless I live, yet not I. It's Christ who lives in me, the life which I now live. I live by faith in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me. So don't be embarrassed by the devil.
If God would have forsaken me, I wouldn't have ever had the strength to make it out.